Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole. I have hooded eyes and I tend to do a lot of hooded eyeshadow tutorials on my channel that are simple, informative, and achievable no matter what level of makeup you're at. But today we are doing a full face of Dollar General makeup. So everything I'm using is under $5. So as of May 1st, Dollar General came out with a new brand, Believe Beauty, and by the looks of it, I haven't played with anything yet, but by the looks of it, these products look like they are gonna be awesome. So if you're interested in seeing a full face, first impressions of Dollar General makeup, go ahead and keep watching. All right, so it doesn't look like there's a primer. There might be one in stores, but they didn't send me one. So we're gonna skip that step. I did just moisturize my face with my CeraVe moisturizing cream, so I am hydrated. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into foundation. So it looks like there's two products available. There's a Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation, which is medium to full coverage. And then there's a Believe Beauty Skin Finish Tinted Moisturizer. If you guys know me, I like more of like the medium to full coverage. So I'm gonna go in today with the Skin Finish Foundation. They sent me the color Linen, which looks like it's gonna be a really good match since I have no tan on. They also did send over a foundation brush, which feels really nice. It looks really high quality and I'm really excited about it. Like I said, all these things are under $5 and they all look so luxe. Like it almost looks a little more luxe than like Milani to me, and I think Milani does a pretty good job of looking luxe. So we'll go ahead and try the foundation brush. I'm not usually a huge foundation brush kind of person, but we'll see how it works out. I might end up going over with my sponge from Japanesque, but I do want to just spray the foundation brush a little bit. I like to do that. I don't like to go in with a dry brush. I just think it's a little too gripping for me. So now that I have a little bit of a damp brush, I'm going to go ahead and apply the product. I'm just going to dip right in and start to apply. Might be actually a little bit light. Yeah, it's definitely a little light, but that's okay. We'll make it work with the bronzers. Or maybe I'll go ahead and go over with a little tinted moisturizer. That might be a good option as well. I'm not loving how the brush is applying the foundation. Yeah, this is really light. That's okay. Hopefully it oxidizes a little bit, or I'll apply a little of the tinted moisturizer over it. But typically I'm not a brush kind of person, so I think I am gonna go ahead and switch over to the Japanese sponge here because that's, yeah, it's already looking better. That's just my kind of go-to. Now it doesn't look like there's a concealer, so I am gonna have to use one of my concealers, but I'll make sure to grab an affordable one. If you hear the little pitter-patter, it's George. I'm gonna go ahead and take some tinted moisturizer because I am looking very ghostly right now, and take a bit of that on the back of my hand and work that over everything as well. Oh yeah, much better. It's always a bummer when your foundation doesn't match because I feel like that really kind of throws everything off when you're trying to kind of judge it. So I'm gonna have to keep all of that in mind for the end of this video, you know what I mean? But the tinted moisturizer is really helping here. All right, so I definitely had to go in with a lot more tinted moisturizer than the foundation itself because it was just too light, but I do think that the foundation was a bit matte. The tinted moisturizer is definitely more hydrating, and I think that's what's giving my skin glow, but I am seeing dryness up here, and I'm definitely seeing dryness on my nose, and I'd say I'm at pretty light coverage, but like I said, I mostly went in with a tinted moisturizer. I think if I had a foundation color in more of my shade, it might look a little bit better, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I'm not loving it right now, but we'll see if it kind of warms up to the skin as I go through the video. Now, like I said, they don't have a concealer. I don't know if they're gonna be launching one, but I'm just gonna go in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect, and then I'll meet you back here because you guys have seen this a million times. All right, concealer is on and I did set that down and I feel like the skin is looking a lot better. I did not go in with a lot of concealer. If you guys know me, I'm not somebody who does like a whole triangle. I pretty much just focus on the inner corners. And And we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next thing because we have a lot of products to get through. So this is the Believe Beauty Universal Brows. They have 3 different shades, which is awesome if you're like me and you tint your brows and your brows kind of go through different phases of colors. So this works really well. I think I'm gonna go more in with this ashy brown shade here. And then there's also a wax, which is really nice if you want a product that kind of is a do-it-all. It does come with a little spoolie and angled brow, but I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia number 12 and I'm gonna fill in my brows nice and lightly. Holy pigmented. That's super pigmented. Wow. Should have started not at the front of my brows. That's okay. Blends out nice and easy. That looks so good and went on so fast. I might like that more than my Anastasia Brow Duo, at least right now. I am so impressed with that. Wow. So this is a very strong brow for me. I haven't worn a strong brow like this in a while, but I did take the wax and go in on this side, and the wax is very white. I wish it was a little more clear. I'm gonna show you on this eye so you could see. It's kind of hard to work with because it is white, so you get little like white flecks in there and you kind of have to really work to get them out. So I don't ever really use wax from a kit like this. This eye is doing a little bit better than this eye. You can kind of see a little bit more of that, but I would use a different brow set, but the powders themselves are beautiful. Like I said, I think it might compete with my Anastasia Brow Duo, which says a lot. So it doesn't look like there's a bronzer in the kit. They did send me 2 blushes, one shattered unfortunately, but it would probably be a little too pink for me anyway. This is more of my color. And then they sent over a highlighter, but I'm gonna go ahead and just use my Milani bronzer to go ahead and bronze up the skin. And again, I'll be right back here. All right, you guys, bronzer is on and I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into blush. This is the Born to Blush Rosy Glow, which looks a lot like NARS Orgasm to me, like very, very similar. Swatches beautifully, very, very pigmented. And it is a shimmery blush, so if you're not into shimmers, you might not like this one. So I'm gonna go pretty lightly because it, like I said, it does appear to be pretty shimmery. And when you kind of tap off your brush, shimmer flies everywhere. So let's see how it goes. We're gonna start slow. Oh yeah, very, very shimmery. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna go that route. I think that might be too shimmery for me. I think this one might have been better. It looks pretty matte, but I don't wanna open it because it is kind of falling everywhere, like on top of me right now. So let me just do the same thing to this side. But I would definitely go in with this more as like a blush topper if I was gonna go in with it full blown. Definitely a little too glowy for me, but that's okay. We're gonna just play up the glow with the highlighter, which looks really pretty in the kit. This is in the kit. It's not a kit, it's a pan. This is Champagne Kiss, and we're gonna go ahead and see how this performs. Again, looks pretty shimmery, like glittery. So if you're not a glittery highlight type of person, you might not like this. And this might be a little overkill with the blush, but let's go ahead and see how it performs. Beautifully so far. Very reflective, kind of reminds me of like Wet n Wild, to be honest. Yeah, that's really pretty. It's really melting into the skin nicely. It looks wet. It really doesn't look glittery on the skin. It just looks wet, which is really nice. My nose is really not looking good with the foundation. Pretty much all of the foundation fell off, so it's not really holding on to the highlight. So yeah, not loving the foundation, but this highlight is stunning. Definitely more on the gold side, so if you're more fair than me, this might not work for you, but you can see how pretty that looks. Looks, like I said, kind of like the Wet n Wild highlight. So let's go ahead and move on to eyes. So I'm not gonna walk you through this whole tutorial. I'm gonna fast forward through it because this video will be way too long, but this is the Believe Beauty Plush Purples eyeshadow palette. So these are really pretty. You have neutrals, but then you have purple tones. So really excited to use this. So I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, and fast forward through this, and then you guys will see the completed look. All right, so I've only put on a transition color so far. I'm having a little bit of trouble blending on this side. You could see in the inner corner, it's kind of grabbing to certain areas, but it's not horrible. It's not the worst. It's not the best. They are powdery eyeshadows for sure, but I do want to try this Glimmer Pops gel to powder eyeshadow in Girl Talk. This is right up my alley, and I think I'm just going to try to apply this up to, it's very creamy. It's like almost wet feeling, but also very pigmented. So I think I'm going to try to take this all over the lid and then just use that as the transition color. Yeah, that is very pretty. Actually reminds me of like a higher quality Elf Smudge Pot. You guys know how much I love those. Those are really pretty. The texture of that is really unique and I really like it. I think I am gonna add this shade in the palette, which seems to look to be the exact same, on top of it, and I am gonna use the brush that they sent me. It is the eyeshadow brush, and I am gonna spray it just because, like I said, the shadows themselves are pretty powdery. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how that works. All right, so the eyes are done. That did take a little bit longer than I'd like to. It took me a bit of getting used to get it to blend, but overall, I do think that looks really nice. Would I prefer going in with something like my ColourPop or Profusion palettes? Yes, just because the eyeshadow palette is a bit powdery. I did take the highlighter and highlight the inner corner a bit, but like I said, it's a little bit more of a golden shade, so it's not as bright. And then I did use the eyeliners as well. I have a long-lasting eyeliner in Queen Mauve, which I put on my lower waterline, so it's like kind of a plummy purple shade. I'm kind of obviously playing up the purples. I don't usually go in with purples, so this is different for me and I like it. And then on the upper waterline, I used the long-lasting eyeliner in Caviar, and holy cow, is this pigmented. I think I'm going to be grabbing for this a lot. This was pigmented as well as just colorful, and I'm not going to use color as much as I'm going to use a black. So let me pop off here, apply my mascara, and they also sent over some lashes. They sent over the Believe Beauty Glamorous Finish lashes and the Believe Beauty Romantic Finish lashes. So let me show you what they both look like. I think I'm going to be going in, oh, I don't know. I'll see what they both look like when I hop off here, but the Romantic is obviously right here a little bit more natural, and the Glamorous is a little bit more glamorous, and these actually look really nice for something from Dollar General. So I'm gonna pop off here, apply all that, and we will come back here, apply some lips, and we will be done. All right, you guys, lashes are on, and I did end up going with the Glamorous, and I love them. I think they look so pretty. I actually went in a little too far with this one, and it's not bothering me at all. They're extremely lightweight, and I love how these look. I think they look super flattering. I'm definitely gonna be picking up more of these and wearing them more often. The lash band is thicker, like thicker than like a Kiss lash, but not like a like Kiss number 11 type of lash, but not super thick like the Kiss corset lashes. If you guys have tried those, it's perfect because it makes me look like I've lined my eyes and it gives me definition, but I haven't. And like I said, super easy to apply. And if you have hooded eyes, I think these will work so well. So let's go ahead and move on to lips. If you couldn't tell, I love those. I am gonna take one of the charcoal infused makeup removing cleansing wipes. These are black wipes, which I haven't seen, but I'm pretty dedicated to my Costco wipes. Heavily scented, heavily scented. So if you don't like scents, you won't like this, but I am using it to remove what's on the back of my hand, and it took that right off. And I am gonna take it to remove the extra foundation on my lips as well. All right, so we have got a number of lipsticks to try. They sent me 6 different, I think these are all satin, right? It looks like they're all satin, like regular lipstick tubes, and then 2 liquid lips. So if you guys know me, you know I'm not a huge fan of matte liquid lipsticks. They just don't work really well on my liney lips. So I'm gonna skip over these. It wouldn't really go with the look anyway. And I am gonna go in with one of their lipsticks. I think I'm gonna go in with Vintage Romance. So let's see how this looks. I actually really like that lip color with this look. I didn't think I was going to, but I think it complements it, and it kind of provides a little bit of a pop since the eyeshadow is a little muted. So that looks really nice. The formula is really comfortable. It's hydrating. I don't feel like I have a lipstick on, which is really nice. And my lips look pretty plump with them. Sometimes when I apply lipsticks, it can kind of make my lips look liney, kind of like with a liquid lipstick, but this doesn't. I really like this formula and this color. Kind of reminds me, like I said, of MAC Rebel. So I did want to mention one more thing they sent over, this Believe Beauty Gel Effect Nail Polish. This is in Rouge. Veritable, I think that's what it says. And I would 100% have this on for this video because this is right up my alley. These types of red, it really reminds me of my Christian Louboutin red nail polish. So I have dip on right now. I can't put this on, but I am very much looking forward to that. So I do want to set my face really quickly, and then I will give you guys a close-up of what everything looks like. I'm just going to use my Catrice setting spray. All right, so this is the full face up close, and I think this looks super pretty. I would 100% walk out the door and feel extremely comfortable and confident. Overall, for a full face of Dollar General makeup, I think this looks bomb. And who doesn't want to score good deals at Dollar General? Makeup is so expensive these days. All these products are going to be under $5. It can't get better than that. You guys know me, I am such an affordable makeup buyer. I love getting a good deal on makeup, and I think there are some really, really good things in this. So I hope this video was as fun for you as it was for me to make. If you guys have any questions, please let me know below. Otherwise, if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, I post every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central and every Sunday at 12 noon Central. Click subscribe if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.